Hi, everybody. Welcome to Living Livie's Life. I'm your special guest host today. My name is Daddy. With me is the star of Living Livie's Life. That is Olivia right there.
Hi.
We are doing a WWE preview video. We are on our new desktop computer, so if you see us look down instead of looking up at the camera once in a while, that's why we're doing that, because we're just not used to it yet. Also, I got the match card down there, so that's going to
Yeah,
be fun.
that's why,
We don't
because
need Mommy here. Yeah,
mommy's not home
Mommy is not home.
and Parker's is sleeping because
Okay, so WWE Extreme Rules is the pay-per-view. It's still taking place from the
it's a
Performance Center.
horror show.
Yeah, that's what they've dubbed it for some reason. Um, so yeah, so everything's still going from the Performance Center because of the ongoing pandemic is still bad. Most places don't allow crowds that big, and even though it's really bad in Florida where the Performance Center is, but they're still going.
They're like that.
Mhm.
The people have to wear masks
Yeah, the
and they're
people
on
wearing masks.
and they're like glass.
Mhm. So let's start off with we'll start off at the bottom here with the United States title. Apollo Crews is the current United States champion. He's fighting MVP, who is still around for some reason. Uh,
He's been around since the Royal Rumble.
yeah. All right. I guess I'll keep Apollo Crews for this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you agree?
Yes.
All right, that was an easy one. All right, next we have an eye for an eye match. As
Which
I understand it, Liv, you want to try to explain how this is working?
to win the match, which I think this is kind of weird. To win the match, you have to poke someone's eye out.
Sorry, did I spit on
No,
you? Okay,
it's
good.
just like I don't want
Yeah,
to
it's a
watch that.
little weird. Okay, so I mean I guess I don't know who I mean
You didn't even tell the people who.
it's Seth Rollins and Rey Mysterio. There's gonna be like outside interference everywhere because you got Rey Mysterio has his son Dominic is involved, and Seth Rollins has his disciples involved, Murphy and
Uh,
the other guy. What's the other guy's
Austin
name?
Theory.
Thank you, Austin Theory.
Yeah,
Uh,
because they had this weird thing with Andrade.
yeah,
Um,
and then there's like a whole bunch of other people involved in this all this nonsense. Yeah, I'm just gonna pick a winner. I don't. Nobody's gonna lose an eye. Nobody's eye is gonna get taken out, so I don't know how they're gonna get around that. Maybe there won't even be a winner. Maybe it'll just be like a big brawl or something. And then they'll have like a match at SummerSlam, like Dominic and Ray versus Seth and his
that's the next pay per
disciples.
view, right?
Yeah, which will also be from the Performance Center. Um, I'm gonna go with a no winner here. It's a double. Nobody's eyes coming out.
Yes.
Nobody's losing an eye.
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
go ahead, Liv.
But even if it does happen, just
You agree with me? No winner. Nobody's losing an eye.
yeah. But even if somebody's eye gets poked out, I just hope it's Seth Rollins. You turned bad.
Livie's gone dark. She wants Seth Rollins with an eye. He's gonna have a baby soon.
No, no, no. I mean, like if someone
Oh, so
wins,
if somebody has to lose an eye,
if
you
somebody has to,
you would just rather be Seth Rollins than
yes.
okay that. Anyway, all right. So the SmackDown Women's Title, Bailey has been the champion for a long time since last year's Money in the Bank. Bailey won that title, and she's
And
also
then she turned evil, which I did not like.
yeah, which I like. 'Cause I think she's better this way. I mean, I like Bailey, old Bailey, but I like new Bailey too. Bailey's just good. Bailey's good stuff. All right, Bailey's good no matter what. Okay, so Bailey versus Nikki Cross. I'm gonna say Bailey probably keeps the title. I don't see why she would lose it.
Nikki
I
Cross.
like Nikki Cross a lot too, but all right, so
Nikki
you can pick a Nikki. All
Cross.
right, so we're gonna differ on that one. That's our first disagreement, right?
Yes, but there's that
All right,
one
the
match.
Raw Women's title, which should be really good, is Asuka versus Sasha Banks. Now, Sasha and Bailey are actually the tag team champions too, so tonight they're fighting separately.
Wait, what happens if they both get the titles?
Then they have four belts. They'd be Sasha, Becky, Quattro belts or straps, or whatever they're calling themselves. Four belts.
Double straps.
Double strap.
Those straps.
I think that's what they call it.
Why?
It doesn't matter because I think Asuka's gonna keep the title anyway. So
Yeah, Oscar.
I don't know. I'm going with Asuka. I mean, I love Sasha Banks.
Oscar.
Maybe get like Bailey tries to help Sasha and they screw that up, and somehow that all turns into a big like. Yes. All right, Livy's gonna read the next one.
This is the kind of also weird one. It's a Wyatt swamp fight between Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman. What in the world is the swamp fight?
I think it's gonna be kind of like the graveyard match at WrestleMania.
Oh
Like
yeah, that was
the Firefly Funhouse
Oh
match.
yeah.
Like
Oh
goofy stuff and all this like wacky stuff's gonna happen.
oh yeah. By the
But I
way,
like it. I dig it.
by the way, just letting anybody know if they didn't watch a Raw, Undertaker is retired for good now.
Yeah, retired. The Undertaker is officially retired. Okay,
Stop putting that in quotes.
you want to read the last one?
Yeah, sure. It's a WWE Championship match between Drew McIntyre, obviously, versus Dolph Ziggler.
Oh,
Drew McIntyre.
I can't see Drew McIntyre losing, although they've set it up to make it look like Dolph Ziggler could possibly win. I feel bad for Drew McIntyre because he finally got his big moment at WrestleMania, and
Yes. And he had to
he's
beat
got the title
not one, but two people in the same night. Big Show and Brock Lesnar, who were like the two biggest people besides Braun Strowman.
Yeah, and he's had the title this whole time during this pandemic, so he hasn't even had like a crowd to be in front of. He didn't get to win the title in front of a big crowd. Yeah. So I'm hoping they let him keep the title for a long time. So like eventually,
like Bailey.
Yeah, so like eventually when crowds are allowed to like, watch events again, that he can go out in front of a crowd and be like, "Hey, look at me. I'm Drew McIntyre. I'm the champion." Because he's been doing a really good job. He's funny and he's,
I'm the champion.
Yeah, he's funny. He's charismatic. He's got all those things going, and he's great, and he can fight, and everything's good. And then it's like there's nobody to cheer for him except for like a handful of people from the performance center, which is better than nothing, but it's just not. It doesn't feel good. It's hard to even watch wrestling, to be honest with you, sometimes, because it just doesn't feel the same without the crowd. Like if you watch events, sometimes the crowd can make or break it. Like the crowd can be really really great and like into everything, and it just makes everything feel much better. Like we went to Evolution.
Yes.
In S Coliseum.
WrestleMania.
And WrestleMania.
The last one that we went to was WrestleMania, right?
Yeah, I think the last event. No, we went to Raw last summer.
Oh, like the last event.
The last big event we went to was WrestleMania. But like I always say, like we've been to WrestleMania, we've been to SummerSlam, we've been to Monday Night Raw, we've been to SmackDown.
We've been to SummerSlam.
Yeah, I said that right. And they were all fun and they were all really good. And WrestleMania was like different because it was huge. It was WrestleMania. But I think my favorite one was Evolution because the crowd was so into everything from beginning to end.
I'm wearing my shirt.
Yeah, she's wearing her shirt. And the crowd was just into every match. Everything was like, everybody was going crazy, screaming, yelling. Everybody was just so into it.
That's the same thing that happened with WrestleMania, but a lot more people.
There's a lot more people. In WrestleMania, people like when Kofi won, everybody was going crazy. And, different things like people really reacted to. And it was fun. It was like an event. But by the end of the day, it was so long. By the end, like everybody was so tired that like by the last match, it was like,
the second match on WrestleMania though, the Randy Orton versus AJ Styles, that had to be my favorite part because the people were complaining about the lights.
Yeah, people were cheering and yelling because the lights were in their eyes and they couldn't see. So people had to go on Twitter and be like, "Hey, look, the lights are broken," and then they reacted. And
that had to be That had to be the funniest crowd cheer ever.
All right, so we're gonna wrap this up because it's almost 10 minutes long and there's not that many matches on Extreme Rules. It's kind of a middle pay-per-view and doesn't really matter that much, to be honest with you.
But that pay-per-view will matter because
for a while wrestling's been the only like sport that we really had to watch because baseball, hockey. Ultimate Tag's not a sport.
Is kind of like a sport. It's kind of.
Okay. Well, besides Ultimate Tag, and I guess there was UFC fighting, like horse racing and stuff, but
horse racing is back.
Yes, it is. Horse racing's back.
Yeah, I said.
That's what I'm saying. Besides that stuff, but now like baseball's coming back, hockey's coming back, basketball's gonna be coming back, so there's more stuff to watch.
If you watched the baseball game that happened a little bit of days ago, the Mets were fighting against themselves, and it was kind of boring.
Yeah, the Mets still lost. The Mets played the Mets, and they still lost. All right, everybody. So for Living Livie's Life, I'm Daddy. This is Olivia. Please, if you like these videos and you like to hear about more wrestling stuff and whatever Olivia's got going on, you think I would know because I'm her father, so I'm a very involved parent. Subscribe, please, to this channel and like and share with your friends. And we will see you later. Everybody, stay safe. Wear your mask when you go out in public. Wear the mask.
We want to go to Six Flags and people are not being good.
Yeah, people are not wearing their masks.
So
it's very
annoying. We can't go.
Yeah, it's really, really irritating. So, I mean, if you don't want to wear a mask, that's cool. Just, like, don't go into like public
And
places.
this
Like go out of your house, walk around the block,
and
just stay away from people. But if you're gonna go to like Target, put a
and
mask on for 5 minutes. It's not gonna kill
and
you.
this pandemic, where we were going to Disneyland, just me and Daddy, and then this pandemic ruined it.
Yes, it did. But more importantly than Disneyland or Disney World or going on vacations or any other things that it sucks that you can't do. And believe me, we know it stinks. It's terrible. But your health is more important. You can always go to these places next year and the year after, God willing, but you can't do it if you're not healthy or if, God forbid, something worse. So, just do everything you can to stay safe and make sure that you're keeping other people safe too. It's not just about you, it's also about everybody else. We can do this working together. Wash your hands all the time. Like I said, when you go out, wear the mask. Just be as careful as you can. And all right, so we will see you next time for SummerSlam previews, and bye bye.